appreciating it. Also looking to increase the season ticket holder value and appreciation. So one of the purposes to bring you guys here today was to show you that there are a lot of people within our organization that are really truly working to help make sure your experience is great. But how do we do that better? How do we make sure that you guys feel like you're a part of our family? And that's something that we're always striving to do here. The last piece is improving the F&B value. So not only the quality, but the value of that experience, and knowing that you guys highlight continually your experiences at other ballparks, and so we're looking at ways that we can enhance our experience as well. And we'll walk through a number of changes that we've made in previous years and changes that we'll make in this upcoming year as well. So member services, this was actually, if I rewind to last year and said the top 3 key themes, this was theme number 1. So we made a concerted effort this year, did a lot of work around member services and what we can do to really enhance your experience. In the past year, we did make 150,000 phone calls. That's both inbound and outbound that we did receive. Over 100,000 emails were answered, 500 text messages, and 4,000 chat conversations. Some of these pieces were new that we implemented last year. Last year we had heard that you wanted more and different ways to communicate with us, so we did introduce all those different avenues for you. We know sometimes you all want a one-to-one conversation, and we do aim to do our best. We have about 20,000 accounts, and I think you guys did see our entire service team up there. So not a tremendous amount of individuals, but we do everything we can to service you, and we can walk through some of the feedback that you guys give us, knowing that you guys, your number 1 biggest concern is timely issue resolution, so that's where we truly try and focus on best. Any questions?
You said 20,000 accounts?
Roughly 20,000 accounts. Dustin, is that about right?
Yep, just shy of 20,000.
Any other questions? All right. So now we're going to get into some of the results from the survey. So something that we typically don't show is actual survey results. These are actual survey results from you guys. So this is taken from our end of year survey, which I think everyone here must have filled out. That made you eligible for the focus group. Some things that are really interesting to see. The SBL member discount. So close to 75% of you rated that as very important. It came up as the most important benefit for you guys. So the overall end of year survey had roughly 3,000 SBL holders, so about 1/7 of our accounts that actually filled this out, so a good representative sample for everyone. In addition, we understand that SBL member gift, that's something that's very important to you as well. So when we think and we work with Rob and his team and the marketing team about what's important to you, we look at these, and that helps us define what we're going to do in the following season. So with that, the recommendation that we did have was for giveaways to every game, and that's something that we will do this year, as it was one of your main feedback points to us during these focus groups.
Woo!
All right, I'll jump into marketing and PR. I will highlight that this chart right here was a big surprise to me. I know that it's always a point that we discuss within our organization is how much should we or do we communicate with our fans. I think that I thought maybe our communication was too much in the past, but it seems like it's either appropriate or not enough. So there's a very small section of red which thinks that we communicate too much. So that does shape our thinking in terms of how we can communicate with you a number of times, and it will affect our strategy there. The specific feedback that we have for the marketing communication recommendation is we will do an enhanced game day guide this year, with section and game specific information personalized to fans. I don't know who exactly said it, but it was someone in this room's idea, and we just took it straight from you, and we're going to do it. We have signed up with a company called Movable Ink that will help us with this process, that allows us to have more segmented emails that'll be more timely for you. And so if you're in a specific club or a specific section or a specific entry gate, we're going to look to make that game day guide as specific to you as possible.
And I'll add to this,
feedback has been relative to front-facing executive team, not just the communication that you see, but how often you hear from the front office. So Bob Sargent's in the room who runs all of our broadcasts, so think about KMBR and Comcast. We've worked with both of those teams, and a big thing for me was, and speaking to John when he came on board, is we need to be present no matter what's going on. You could argue even more present when things are bad. And when you look at the Bay Area, you know, Larry Barrett goes on the radio, or Bob Myers goes on the radio, or Steve Kerr goes on the radio, and it doesn't matter whether they're winning or losing. And we've gotten firm commitment from, you know, John and Kyle and Adam Peters, who you all should get to know fairly well, that we're gonna, you know, we've signed up to do an executive show. We're gonna be on every week. We're gonna be answering fans' questions, you know, including our owner being out there. And so this is something we've heard loud and clear around just our availability. And my take on that, and you see a lot of head nods, is around, look, we're not gonna have every answer, but that doesn't mean we don't, you know, we shouldn't be available. And you might not like every answer, but we need to be open and honest and candid around why we make certain decisions. And then, you know, just expect for you to give us the feedback. But absent us communicating, you're gonna believe what you read or what you see, and that's not always the case. So we just got to do a better job on this front.
Great, cool.
Thanks, Al. So playmakers.